how can you actually tell about what your problem is? When you have no power, you have no say. Well, you must understand that in order to give or present your grievances, to bring about that reform, the changes, you need to have that authority, that power, the representation, and especially in politics. That is why we are stressing again and again on this fact, gender and politics. That is, unless no representation, no well-being can actually be brought about. Well, in India, the situation is still very pathetic because it's only 10% of the women who get representation in the Lok Sabha. When it's 10% representation, how does it matter? Even if the Prime Minister is a lady, it's a male dominated cabinet. So you need to have more females there. You need to have more representation there in order to actually voice the injustice that you have been facing since centuries. Well, you all know that it is not easy to bring about this change unless the government does something big. So they needed to have some legal provisions in order to bring the females out of their home, in order to see that the ladies go and sit in the cabinet. And for this, the best possible method could have been reserved proportion for them. And in the Panchayati Raj system that we have, 1/3 of the seats have been reserved for women and women candidates alone. Well, it is definitely changing the face of the village. In the beginning, it could be that a panchayat, that is the female panchayat that you had, could be just the mouthpiece of her husband. But slowly, when she attends those sessions, when she goes into that public life, she gets enlightened, she understands what is right and what is wrong. She might muster the courage over the years to maybe give justice to one female. This can bring about a great change. A step one by one is actually required to bring about a change in this system that we actually have to bring. Well, it is very, very heartening to note that a bill has been successfully passed, which had been lying pending over the years in India, and that was 1/3 of the seat in the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies have now been reserved for the female candidates. Well, this means that they are going to be there in the cabinet, they are the ones who are going to be elected. That means they are coming out of the house, they are joining politics. There are various seats from where only they can be elected. So, well, you have to come out, you are in fact getting elected, you are going to sit where you actually make laws. When you make laws, you definitely make laws for yourself, that is one which gives you equal representation, equal power with men. This can bring about a great change which the society has been looking for. And in fact, what I feel is no power, no say can bring about no change. So definitely you have understood that politics and gender are in fact very, very deeply interrelated. Well, I shall continue about it in the next clipping.